And a law banning transgender athletes from women's sports is raising questions tonight. Will athletes be required to undergo genital inspections? And how could a new Title IX rule from the feds come into play? Our Fox 43 Kansas Capitol Bureau reporter Rebecca Chung breaks down what's inside the law.
Well, it's unclear how exactly enforcement of this law will play out. Regulators will still have to mull over those questions in the coming weeks as they decide how the law could impact current policies they have in place. A law going into effect this summer requires student athletes to be separated based on biological sex determined at birth. KSHA, the State High School Activities Association, is in charge of rules and regulations. Teams would have to be designated as female, male, or co-ed. Enforcement most likely coming down to one key item: local control.
Currently, the local school gathers lots of different information and then decides where that athlete will participate. And this can include gender at birth, but it also could include hormone treatments and possibly even surgeries.
Right now, KSHA requires physical screenings for all student athletes that participate in sports, but the new law doesn't specifically force or require genital exams to determine biological sex. KSHA's current policy for transgender athletes lets schools decide whether to allow the student to participate in a league based on how they identify. Under the new law, that would no longer be an option.
And simply says, hey, whatever gender somebody is born with, they have to participate with that gender.
Republican efforts to ban transgender athletes from women's sports could also meet a roadblock with the latest Title IX proposal from President Biden's administration. The U.S. Department of Education is proposing a new rule that would forbid schools and colleges across the U.S. from enacting outright bans on transgender athletes.
Title IX would bar any state from a blanket ban like Kansas has done, but allow individual cases to be adjudicated at the local level.
And Beatty says the new proposal from Biden's administration could be challenged if it goes through. As far as the new law and its impact on KSHA's current policy regarding transgender athletes, that's expected to be addressed in board meetings taking place later this month. For now, reporting at the Capitol, I'm Rebecca Chung.